Do you remember me telling you that the water shows up at night? I've been talking about this for a couple of years now, but I noticed there's a tree limb. It's this tree right here. The rocks are right there. But this tree limb is not connected to anything, and we're down 2 feet below where it was before we started the septic. And I found this. It looks like somebody just shaved it off. I mean, it's flat on top, like it's been cut off and shaved off flat. Do you know anything about that? And it seems to be growing straight down. But that led me to this piece of EMT that we found sticking out of the dirt. And it wasn't the PVC that was exposed before that had wires in it. But I dug it up, and obviously there's no glue on this joint. So I'm thinking that was you. I'm not sure where it went from there. But the PVC, I've got other pictures of it. I've thrown it away now, but the PVC was next to it right here, and it was coming like over it. It was kind of partially exposed, and it was white. And that led me to looking at the water again, because I don't know if you see it, but everything's kind of normal dry, and this is just saturated. I mean, just, that's pretty damn wet. I mean, it's pretty damn wet, right? So, I mean, to back feeding the water into your place again just now, look what I did. That thing is 2 feet deep. And I got to put an arrow in it where the water's coming from, but I don't see the pipe. But that's 2 feet of water. And that's our septic, our leach field beginning. That's the beginning of it. I dug these holes looking for that. And I kept going around because I knew they'd jump past this, because this is native soil, except for the stuff we put on top, but that's native soil below it. And I couldn't dig through it. So I think this thing has been broke for some time. And the line that we pulled up was on the other side of the break. But this thing's puzzling me as well. I mean, that thing's flat. I mean, somebody, I don't know if you can see it or not. I mean, it's flat on top, like it's been shaved down all the way, like with a hatchet or something. And it's definitely severed from the tree because I looked for it. And like I said, this is 2 feet of embankment we cut down. We stepped it down to get the road back down. So this thing is way under dirt. And it's native soil all the way around it. I had to take a pick to get through it. But obviously it's funneling something. And I think it's still alive, either that or it's just moist. Kind of interesting, huh? I got the distribution box dug down. And buy the fittings and make that connection. And then get it from the distribution box to the leach field inlet there. But that leach field export or outport is not sitting flat. So I'm waiting for the manufacturer to get back to me. See, everything is straight up and down on these things. You know, they're flat surfaces. That thing is not flat. You can see it's like pointed upwards. So as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to dig around it and find out what's under it, or if it got something under it. Because it doesn't have a splash block, which is this tab. You break this tab off and you put it underneath your inlet before you put it down. That way it stops the erosion of the splash of the product or the solids coming down. Boy, this is a lot of fun.